Wunderground. We live underground from the basement of the Wunderground. Hungry artists spitting bars before our stomachs growl. Fire music every Saturday that comes around. Y'all know who's the man? Tell them who's the man. Mitch is the man, bro, found at the Wunderground. Saturday it goes down at the Wunderground. Let's go. All you hear is fire music from the Wunderground. Y'all know who's the man? Tell them who's the man. Mitch is the man, bro, found at the Wunderground. Saturday it goes down at the Wunderground. All you hear is fire music from the Wunderground. Y'all know who's the man? Tell them who's the man. Mitch, welcome to the Wunderground. Welcome to the Wunderground. Don't you know it's the Wunderground?
Hey there, welcome to Interviews in the Wunderground. Today, after his album release, we've caught up with Blonju to see what he has to say. First up, Ju, what got you into music?
Yo, peace to the Wunderground, man. What got me into music, man? That's a loaded question. You want the long answer or the really long answer? I was born around music, man. My father, Donnie McCormick, aka Donnie Mac of Eric Quincy Tate fame, man. He's the late drummer singer of the millennia, and music was in my blood, man, early. Like I was picking up on rap by 8, 9, 10 years old. I was rapping like Outkast songs at parties in middle school and high school. Like always took a liking to just the hip hop feel and sound. And as I got into college age, like found the spiritual aspects of hip hop and music in general and the liberation that happens through music. So one of my friends in college, the Beau G, started calling me Blonju and was like, "You gotta rap, bro." And I'm like, all right, I blew out my knee playing college basketball and just took the moniker. So at 19, I became the Blonju, and you already know the rest, man. So,
How would you describe the music that you typically make?
How would I describe my typical music? That is a grand question, Mr. Wunderground. Short answer would be all genre inspired hip hop, which could very well transcend the genre of hip hop to some degree. I like live instrumentation. I'm big into sampling as a producer, the legal amount of one bar or less, and just rearranging sounds in a way that is true to resonance of the past with an ode to unknown future for humanity. So typically, I love working with all kinds of producers, anything genre bending, genre transcending, all the way to standard boom bap with soul when it comes to the hip hop genre. So, typical covers a large ground in my mind and in my heart and soul. So I'd say anything's possible, and you never know. You never know what you'll manifest.
If you could dedicate one of your songs to somebody, what song and to who? And why?
If I could dedicate a song to a person, what song would it be and why? First of all, I dedicated an entire album to Jodie Foster called I Love Jodie Foster, and that is to Joe Muffins, my lady. I Love Jodie Foster. Whole album dedication right there. But if I could dedicate one song to anybody, I would dedicate Are You Smarter Than a Dictator, which is song 2 from a project with the same title, Are You Smarter Than a Dictator, that dropped on November 5th, 2024, I would dedicate that song to all of humanity. And I can't say there's one person or another that I would prefer to dedicate that song to, but are you smarter than a dictator? Are you?
Are you smarter than a dictator?
Time to see us. We cannot refrain from in sequence with the reins, still untamed like allegiance. Human beings still upset because the people just complain, strike a grievance. Now they want a loss to hide the evil. Some change, like Appalade itself, it come to light. Dividends, get your ass bit right to the bit it in. They want their life still extra, base it on all the hype, then wonder why the whole world still fight to the bit it in. Since I wrote it, devoted to vote, coded like the notes hit slow in the chapters. I just hope it ain't too late. Face still backward, I've been quoted. Took the road less traveled and happened to have a moment when all the seconds click, time's still a measurement. The sun give us life, but humans are irrelevant. Still a better chance of prime time developments, cause most of y'all fine like a fine line intelligence. We gon' raise our kids like it's hard to be a fifth grader. Switch places, take a step back, go give graces. They gon' want your energy and probably take your soul. Ask yourself, goddamn, are you smarter than a dictator? Smarter than your past self? Add wealth, big places, add hell. They be saying plastic, no bag well. Been pacing, back and forth, they hope you get a big place. But damn, most of y'all ain't smarter than a dictator.
Nope. Everybody want the big paper dead. Precedence given to the myth makers. Big crater in the earth. They gon' bet on what the shit made of. Big wager, child, I'm working. This ain't kid labor. All your dictators are groomed by the party few. Dictators in a room, that's an oligarchy. They got malarkey on sale, so they line up. Risky choices, so they die bold when they time up. They want it quick, fast. Pick a side, lie a microwave. Minutes from being cooked. This side up, they looking like who can I date? An actor, big sniper? Who's gonna be the Manchurian? Liv Schreiber? Vipers in a den, 5% of men know what life is in the end and die lifeless with a grin. While 95% risking life and limb, trying to get a win, frown up on their face till the bitter end.
We gon' raise our kids like it's hard to be a fifth grader. Switch places, take a step back, go give graces. They gon' want your energy and probably take your soul. Ask yourself, goddamn, are you smarter than a dictator? Are you smarter than your past self? Add wealth, big places, add hell. They be saying plastic, no bag well. Been pacing, back and forth, they hope you get a big place. But damn, most of y'all ain't smarter than a dictator.
What is the best advice you've been given?
What is the best advice I've been given? I use this one a lot, but it comes to mind immediately. And if we're talking about music, got to talk about my pops again, Donnie Mac, man. When I first started performing in my 20s, my dad would always be like, son, when you go on stage, it doesn't matter if there's 100 people in the room or 1,000 or one. You just have to inspire one person, and it's each one teach one. So he always kept the goal, very intrapersonal when it came to the delivery of music and performance. And I really take that to every aspect of my life, whether that's music performance, music manifestation, dropping albums, songs, actions in day-to-day life. If you can touch one person, from a spiritual sense and affect their day in a positive manner, or send them in the right direction through their own journey, then you've done your job. So that just resonates with me through every aspect of my life, and especially in music. Each one teach one, man.
How do you feel the internet has impacted the music business?
Yo, how has the internet impacted the music industry, man? The internet has torn down the music industry entirely, and resurrected it simultaneously, then torn it down again and resurrected it 17 more times. As an independent artist and somebody that has never actually signed a record label deal, I was definitely shopping in my late 20s and 30s, in my mid 40s now. So I've watched no internet to little internet to massive internet, all in the last 20 years, 30 years really. For me, it's been a benefit. I've connected with fans in various manners since the MySpace days, and just sort of reflecting on an earlier question about the each one teach one. I've developed and built relationships that are priceless through the internet, and whether it be, art manifestation or something a bit more music businessy, it's been a blessing, man. Just the reflection across the globe, the ability to connect with fans that otherwise you would not have connected with. Truly, truly bringing like-minded people together to this day that otherwise they'd be hanging by themselves. So blessings for our soul technology.
What is your creative process like?
What is my creative process like? It's different every single time. It's like a need and a compelled feeling to either write bars or just poetry or lyrics or configure sounds in a various number of ways when it comes to production. Every day I feel the compelled nature and drive to do it. Not every day do I get to spend the time that I would like to with the process, but I for everybody out there, I advise, and I do this myself, to stay faithful in that feeling of the drive, not in what manifests, or not even looking for expectations of return in what manifests. And I'm just trying to put myself in a position to have a moment to write some bars or sit with a track or make a track, and not think too much about it, just immerse in the process and do that daily or as much as one can for the self-medicinal value of that process.
Who is the greatest female MC of all time, in your opinion?
The greatest female MC of all time is Lauryn Hill, and I don't know if there's much debate about it for real MCs. I will say that even though we categorize MCs apparently, by gender, Lauryn Hill is one of the greatest MCs of all time, regardless of whether she's female or male or identifies as something else. So we've had an incredible amount of female MCs, influence the culture from the jump, from the MC Lights and the Brats, Brat-a-tat-tat, repping ATL, to the Cirocs and Raina Simone's of the world right now. And these ladies are, just as good or better than 99% of the men. So Lauryn Hill is a huge influence on me as a singer and as an MC and, OG member of the Fugees. But nobody rocks like Lauryn Hill, man. Nobody. And she just got the tone, the style, and the substance to boot. So salute to Miss Hill.
What is your favorite movie? And have you ever dropped 16 bars or a full track about this movie?
What is my favorite movie, and have I ever dropped a song or a verse about it? That's really tough. So I'll give like a two-pronged answer. My favorite movie is really Never Ending Story, the original. Just a big Sebastian and Atreyu fan. I've referenced The Nothing quite a bit in my raps over the years. I can't say I have a specific song about the Never Ending Story that would be like, that's the song as much as a bunch of references. And then as a corollary, you know, the Matrix series is near and dear to my soul-bodic arrangement here of molecules. And I do reference the Matrix probably more than any other, you know, film series or film throughout my catalog. So I don't want to leave the Matrix out here as a secondary answer. And then there are a number of songs where the Matrix is a key aspect of the song. So if you listen to Humans Are Dumb closely, you might recognize Under This Influence.
Which famous musicians do you admire?
What famous musicians do I admire? That's impossible. So I'm going to take the fame part out of it. I've been inspired by so many locally in the Atlanta area. You've got the Outcasts, Andre 3000, Big Boy. You've got Goody Mob. That's Big Gipp, CeeLo, Timo, Cujo. You know, other Dungeon family members, Backbone, Killer Mike, Slim Cutta Calhoun. You know, you've got the blues scene here in Atlanta. My pops, Donnie McCormick, was a huge influence on my musical upbringing. Bill Sheffield, Nathan Nelson, Dave Roth, Sean Costello, the late, the Wood brothers. Oliver Wood is my brother, man. So many. On a national MC scale, Mos Def, aka Yasin Bey, Locksmith, Black Thought, the Wu-Tang Clan. Man, so many to admire and be inspired by. The Instaground, man, our local family, on Solu, Conti, Elo, Class, my Barshan brothers, the Heyrus, High Sunday, Bison, Genesis the God, Pony C, Digga Den, Show Rocka, the Garbage Pail Kids, man, it goes on and on.
Which MC would you bring back to drop another full-length project?
Which MC would I bring back to drop a full-length album? Man, there's a lot of great arguments there, and there's even a few arguments for MCs that are still alive that don't drop full projects for various reasons. I think, you know, for me, there's only two answers, and it's either MF Doom or Guru. You know, I know a lot of people would say Pac or Big L. Big L is a good one as well. But I'm gonna go with Guru is probably my favorite MC that is not on the planet. As far as a solo MC that can carry an entire project, somebody with a tonality and a wisdom that is timeless, gifted, unlimited, rhymes universal, man. Guru. If you do not know, you need to go peep that Guru now. He is an OG God MC, and his music lives forever, man. So shout out Guru.
Who is your favorite producer? And have you laid down some bars to one of their beats?
Who is my favorite producer? That's an impossible question. And I'm going to give you a few influential music resonators that have helped me over the years on an international level. Dan the Automator, a big-time producer for Del the Funky Homo Sapien, has done work with the Gorillaz. Very, very unique sample, soul, hip-hop production. Dan the Automator, man, incredible producer. I've been influenced by the RZA and Wu-Tang production, Organized Noise, Kanye West, DJ Premier, No ID. On an Instaground level, There's so many local Instagram producers that are heavily influential, and my favorites as well: Jerome Duffy, Excerpt Beats, Den Cooks, Anabolic Beats, Kilovic Beats, Marcus Pitts. High Sunday is an incredible producer. We're surrounded by tons of talent, and both all the way from, international level to local level. Talent abounds. LP is one of the greatest producers of all time. I'm big into anybody that expresses from the soul. Oh, and of course, man, I've rhymed over my favorite producers' beats. That's something you gotta do. Find them instrumentals and rock those instrumentals till you can't rock them no more. I was rhyming on Dan the Automator beats 20 plus years ago, just to kind of see where I stood on, that high quality, amazing soul production. So, even like Medeski, Martin, and Wood, they are a well-known jazz trio, mostly instrumental music. I've rhymed over their stuff. Like, anybody that you vibe with, if there's an instrumental space, do take a shot. Like, it'll make you better, it'll test your limits, and you kind of find out where you stand with some different production behind your vocals. So, corollary, yes.
Who would you most like to collaborate with?
Who would I want to collaborate with, man? I've been really, really blessed in terms of collaborations in my career so far, both in like the live music field and also in the hip hop vein. So as far as like MCs that I haven't worked with that I would love to get on a track with or get on some of my production, Khan, Knowledge Above All Nonsense, K-A-A-N. I love the kid. King Los, Coast Contra. I would love to have these G-O-D MCs on my production. I'll tell you that. Or on a track with me. The Wu-Tang, Andre would be the dream catch as far as an MC with a verse. Aforementioned producers that I've, exalted. Dan the Automator Canvas would be a beautiful, beautiful thing. I would love to work with, the Jack Whites of the world, Danger Mouse, Rick Rubin, take the genre bending to the next level. So infinite options, man. Collaboration is key. Such a blessing.
What is one message you'd give your fans?
One piece of advice for the fans, man. Fans of me, fans of anybody, a fan of anything is looking at your experience and existence as an opportunity to learn and grow. It doesn't mean taking ourselves too seriously. It doesn't mean beating ourselves up when we fall short of our hopes or our ideals in a given scenario, but it means accepting ourselves where we are, giving ourselves the grace and the space we need to find the opportunity in the darkest of moments, or to stay humble in a situation where, you're being rewarded or receiving blessings. All of these are opportunities to learn and grow. And if you take that perspective, you will find solace, and you will undoubtedly learn and grow through even your worst experiences all the way to your best experiences. So be love or never judge us.
You just dropped that great project, Humans Are Dumb, which reached number 6 on the iTunes charts. Do you have any upcoming projects? Or do you know any community projects that are upcoming? that you'd like to share with us?
Yo, Mitch, man, you are the motherfucking man. Thank you to Mr. Wunderground. Thanks to the Wunderground for having yours truly for this interview. Man, thanks to everybody that supported the album. Humans are dumb. Humans are dumb still. We love you guys, though. Do we have any more projects in the works or anything that I want to talk about or a name drop before the interview is complete? Yes. Yes, I do, and Geej wants me to mention them too. So, Geej, you gonna mention these projects? No? You just came in here yapping. Come on. On Solu, Blonju, Da Vinci Picasso, December 25th, 2025, 12/25/25, Merry Christmas to you. Devour has a project fully completed on my production that may come out before the end of the year, and the Garbage Pail Kids, man, the Garbage Pail Kids. We got something cooking for the first quarter of 2026 that you all do not want to miss. So, man, big ups to everybody out there manifesting. Thank you again. See you soon.
One second, flash eternal. With a mind state affirmed, there's no firm, I'm in yearning. Atmosphere unleavened, mask I fear objection. Task appear, run, there's no turn, I'm in turning. Kill the clan, build a plan, let's march along the path. Raise a fist, they call me Clash, I'm the millionth man. You all just babble on your way to staying brilliant, man. Billionaires hoard air, water, that's a billion hands. We move the earth among the planets, take a walk with him. Stand among the trees, watch them breathe, that's some oxygen. Believe it if you want, there's nothing stopping us from hope. There's only notes within the scales, this God is evil, that's the opulent. Not a chance, I can't tell. Hell, a roller coaster. It's cold, getting colder. I can swear, hell is frozen over. No one closer to the bell. That's when it's over. Out of space, the limits of the unknown. No composure. Keep it simple and plain. Create a path to walk down. Call it memory lane. They say divinity pays infinity ways. Now they want their memories changed. Keep it simple and plain. Create a path to walk down. Call it memory lane. They say divinity pays infinity ways. Now they want their memories changed. Bureau crying, burn a brain, call it neuroscience. Quick to be some worm food, certain pain, turn alliance. Word to high fives and higher hyperdrives. That's some thrill to be alive. Firefly shit, learn compliance. The artist in me see the farthest, like it's way beyond the stars, where no one even put a starship. This ain't Mars, I still embark between the harvest. Y'all are marked between the darkness. Still express your feelings loud, while model humans sing regards with. They call this bar official, y'all just borrow artificial. Intelligence was not your very best trait, artificial. The money calls, you play your best cause, artificial. Church collected check, now they death cause, martyr missile. Supreme Court need a dream tour, cause court ain't supreme. Things seem out of peace like extreme war. Art of which, art of miss, like a seams force. Never need to be in a league, unless the league's yours. Keep it simple and plain, create a path to walk down, call it memory lane. They say divinity pays infinity ways, now they want their memories changed. Keep it simple and plain, create a path to walk down, call it memory lane. They say divinity pays infinity ways, now they want their memories changed.
Look, my road is paved with hope and change, and it pulses from the solar rays. I coast and trust my vibrations, know the way. Seeds I've sown with care have grown, and they don't care what no one's safe. Free from those who arrogance and garishness control the plate. Used to think hell was beneath the truth, but look, interchangeable. We stay in this evil loop, we're cooked. The greatest tragedy is when reality become a fallacy, and people with the power be the crooks. Distraction in the front, destruction from the back. That's the art of war, and the morals is what we fucking lack. Post to overcome the past, but half us wanna run it back. Nationalism shrouded in the sound of stacking up their cash. So high five to my tribe that deny these guys. Fight the lies and thrive through the righteousness and I. Till we walk the line from all is dumb to all is bright. It's no silent night, all that's left is carnage with no right in sight. Yeah.
Keep it simple and plain, create a path to walk down, call it memory lane. They say divinity pays infinity ways, now they want their memories changed. Keep it simple and plain, create a path to walk down, call it memory lane. They say divinity pays infinity ways, now they want their memories changed.